Voordat wij naar het postkantoor gaan, gaan we eerst
May
even
I
kijken
interrupt again for a
of we
moment?
deze man kunnen
Yes, what's
fixen
up?
met de
Captain Paulie is
kattenvrouw.
always happy to help.
Is dat een optie? Nee, dat is het niet.
Thank you.
All right.
May I...
Yes.
Tenzij die zegt anything interesting.
Anything?
Well, we are all being watched. Surveillance cameras and every surveillance.
You are certainly right. It was... Surely it's very satisfying to...
You mean like the vandal who walked into the camera trap at the Longbottom estate and will soon be brought to justice?
Oh, excuse me?
No.
Excuse...
That is exactly the cameras are never placed where had there been a camera on the... But this was not...
That...
Excuse me? No. The solution is to avoid
Sounds...
I get it. But for 13 years in a window...
Of...
Right. And look at it. If not, how majestic...
Honestly, that's... And who says the long I heard. Maybe the little yapper is...
But that's it. We don't. But we 5 cameras on. He could... And would...
Deze
Well,
man,
Right, but I'm...
we kunnen hem
There,
shippen
even-
met
Great.
de kattenvrouw.
Is that the kid?
Why do you ask? Good point.
We gaan naar het postkantoor. De nieuwe locatie.
Damn. What was that password again?
Hij is zijn password kwijt.
A
Creatively
tower of
stacked
physics
boxes.
defying creatively stacked packages. Reminds me a little of the Leaning Tower of Pisa.
Duct tape
No, that
hebben we
wasn't
mee.
it.
I'm sure it will serve me well in the future. If the advertising's to be believed, this is what holds the Golden Gate Bridge in San Francisco together.
Oh, dat denk ik niet.
I would like to ask you to keep your hands off this door. Only employees of the post office are allowed to enter.
We kunnen hier
What?
niet zomaar naar binnen.
That's not the customer restroom at all.
Even met die man gaan praten dan. Die zijn wachtwoord kwijt
This is a decrypt computer running Windows 98. The management software installed on its gateway to the world of letters and parcels has probably not been updated since 1999. I hope the computer's not connected to the internet. May I interrupt for a moment?
Awkward timing. Extremely inconvenient timing.
I just had a quick question about one of your post routes.
Excuse me? Even if I could get into my computer at the moment, that would be a breach of Postal Secrecy Paragraph 45, Number 6.
So is that a yes?
Of course not. As a sworn clerk of the post office, I have sworn to protect its secrets and, should fate so will it, to take them to the grave with me.
No chance of an exception. It's a matter of life and death.
I'm really sorry. Exceptions are excluded in any case according to paragraph 255, number 47. And apart from that, I don't have access to my computer at the moment anyway. My colleague apparently thought it would be funny to set a new password and then go on vacation.
Lekker hoor.
Supposedly he wrote down the password for me somewhere here, but I can't find a note from him.
Can't you just call him and ask?
I would, but he's on vacation somewhere in some volcanic crater, and apparently has no reception
Goeie
there.
vakantieplek.
I'm starting to panic here.
No clue about the password. Maybe he thinks you already know it.
I think he really thinks so. In his message to my answering machine, he mentioned that the password would remind me of my favourite show.
Which is?
Of course, the American edition of The Office.
Ja, dat dacht ik al.
It was this
Hij heet
series
ook
that first
Screwed,
made
hè?
me discover my love for mailboxes
Dwight.
and for any kind of paper products. This series is much more than just television for me. This series is my religion. And the hero of the series, Dwight Schrute, is my own personal hero. I strive to be faithful to his example in all respects.
The Office? Really? Wasn't Dwight the unsympathetic one who always knew better?
Unsympathetic? Excuse me? Dwight was clearly the great hero of this series, albeit a misunderstood hero. And if the staff of this pile of chaos had always adhered to his specifications, there would have been no chaos in the series at all.
But then it would have been much less fun.
Fun? The series is excellent television drama, not a comedy. And it's clearly about the consequences of disobeying rules.
And I suppose you're a friend of the rules.
Of course, without regulations, the world would sink into chaos.
And there are no rules for setting a new password.
Of course, but my dear colleague Michael is a friend of chaos. and I can't understand why he is still employed here. But it doesn't matter. Even if I were to chat with you, I'd have to keep looking for the password.
And then could you tell me the route of your mail van?
No, I already told you. That would be a violation of paragraph 45, number 6.
Too bad.
If you want to post a package or buy stamps, I'll be happy to help. Or if you just want to chat a little about the different cardboard strengths of parcel paper, I'm your man too. Package. Maybe Michael has noted the password on a package. That would suit him. He has made it his business to drive me crazy.
All right, then I'll come back later. Maybe you'll be successful by then.
Thank you for your understanding. Just watch a few episodes of The Office in the meantime. It will sharpen your view on the really important things in life. The wisdom of Dwight Schrute has definitely changed my life. Damn. What was that password again?
This is Johnny. As a post office clerk, he regulates the collection of parcels here on site.
Ja.
May I interrupt for a moment?
But of course, as a sworn post office clerk, I work to serve the public. And you are clearly part of the general public.
Kijk.
I would like to pick up a package.
Why, of course. I would need the pickup number of the package and the recipient, please.
Package number A344Z1233U. A package with a prayer chair consecrated by the Holy Father in Rome for the local nunnery.
Good. I'll see if the package is in the warehouse. Please be patient.
Johnny uses the computer to manage parcel pickups here on site. Presumably he also has access to mail van routes or other postal secrets.
Maar hij loopt dus weg als ik een pakket ga halen.
I would like to ask you to keep your...
Whoops!
No, that one...
May I?
But of... And you are...
I would like...
Why? I would need...
Package number...
Good.
Oké, dan loopt hij weg. En dan kan ik iets.
There's nothing... The camera has no...
Geen battery.
I do like to act out my aggression. Even though I definitely feel some anger to... I'm tempted to give the stack, but unfortunately the creator of this game...
Sorry, the package is probably all...
Die man levert mij niks op.
The computer's protected with a pass, and even though I must have watched the movie Hack, besides, eager Johnny would...
Damn.
Goed, ik kan hem
But of course... And you are...
I would...
wegsturen.
A pack...
Good.
En dan kan ik de computer
The
gebruiken.
computer's protect... And even...
Ik kan niet de computer gebruiken. Oké.
No. No.
En meer kan ik hier ook niet aanklikken.
I believe the door leads to the...
Are you sure that...
May I?
But of course... And you are...
Any luck with the password search?
No, it's terrible. I still have no access
We zullen hem
whatsoever
toch
to this
moeten helpen
branch's
op de een of
computer
andere
system.
manier.
Moreover, the rush of customers may begin at any moment.
The first customer has already rushed in and is standing in front of you.
Yes, and I am infinitely sorry. At the moment, unfortunately, I can neither issue packages nor sell stamps. Oh, I wish I'd gotten that high-paying job in the paper industry and followed in the footsteps of the great Dwight Schrute. If I did, I wouldn't be failing at public service here now.
Now calm down for a moment. Take a deep breath. Am I right in assuming that the problem with the password is not your fault?
Of course it's not my fault. My colleague Michael apparently found it funny to lock me out of our He supposedly
Ja, dat
wrote
had
it
hij al
down, but I
gezegd.
can't find a note.
Your favourite...
Yes, but it... And...
If it... You
And where at the fact... And...
Dit had hij al gezegd.
One.
And for... However...
But...
I think... It
What?
Thank... In it... Anyway, as much as I'd like to talk to the client, please...
Alright.
Thank...
So the series The Office is something like your religion.
The Office? Oh, you must mean the teachings of Dwight Schrute. Yes, that show changed my life. Ever since I saw the first episodes of this fantastic TV drama, during a rainy night shift as an intern in the local chemistry lab, my life has never been the same.
Drama? Pretty sure it's a comedy series.
Bullshit. Of course it's a drama. It is, after all, the adventures of a deeply misunderstood hero of the paper industry, Dwight Schrute.
Unsympathetic Dwight? Yeah.
See, that's what I mean. Dwight just wanted to make the world, and yet Dwight never lost his optimism and...
Could it be that you've gotten a little too into the series? And have chosen, for whatever reason, the narcissistic antagonist of the series as your personal hero?
Dwight should be the hero of us all. And I'll say it again. He's just deeply misunderstood in the series. And his constant struggle to create a world of rules and consequences is more like a Greek epic, and should be treated as such.
Somehow I have a feeling we've not watched the same series. The Office, pardon, The Teachings of Dwight Kurt Schrute was pure comedy.
Comedy? What's funny about placing a hard-working employee's desk in the toilet and expressing what you think of him in fecal language? Or what's funny when a cruel colleague makes you believe that a Thursday is a Friday by using mean mind games, with the corresponding consequences under labour law on Friday to Saturday? And would you find it funny if you, again by said mind games, are encouraged in the belief that you are under the influence of illegal substances? And that you, as an upright citizen, would never touch this poison?
I agree. When you put it the way you do, it sounds far less funny.
Told you. And in a perfect world with clear rules and equally clear consequences, bullying like this would never have happened. Because already after the first incident, the bullying colleague would have been transferred to Alaska by a labour law measure.
Am I right in thinking there are some parallels to your personal working life here at the post office?
Yes, there are, unfortunately. The parallel is called Michael. I hate Michael. Michael is exactly the kind of chaos colleague that makes it almost impossible for a capable employee like me to do his job properly. And my supervisors have been ignoring my weekly reports of Michael's workplace misconduct for half a year now.
Weekly reports? What does it say?
Unfortunately, these reports are also strictly confidential and intended only for the eyes of my superiors. But now the computer password thing was a good example of the chaos Michael leaves behind. I really hope that my weekly reports will soon pay off, and that I will be promoted to the management level. And then it's goodbye, Michael, and hello, job at the landfill.
I understand and briefly summarise, you are a friend of a clearly structured world full of rules, but not a friend of Michael. Is there anything else that would explain your fascination with Dwight Kurt Schrute?
Well, first of all, there is our common surname, Schrute.
Seriously? Your name is Schrute? Johnny Schrute?
Yes. The name change at the beginning of the year only cost me €399. Great, isn't it?
A psychiatrist would probably call it something else.
And last but not least, there are two major similarities to television legend Dwight Kurt Schrute.
Now I am curious.
Just like Dwight, I have German roots. The stories about my Uncle Horst Schlemmer from Germany were the highlight of my childhood. And just like Dwight, I'm a huge fan of the series Battlestar Galactica, the best science fiction series of the last 30 years.
You're kidding, right?
No. Why would I?
It's me who has German roots. My grandma, Ursula Margarethe Friedrich, had cooked the best noodles with ketchup sausage in the world. And I love Battlestar Galactica. At that time, the best science fiction series since Babylon 5. By implication, does this mean that now I too should consider changing my last name to Schrute? Scott Schrute?
Do that. That would then make us half-brothers in spirit. And as your big brother, I would take care to explain to you a world of rules, laws, and draconian punishments. Or in other words, a better world. The world of Dwight Kurt Schrute. My world.
Wat een rare man.
Wouldn't you prefer a career in the paper industry?
Of course I would. To follow in the footsteps, but the admission criteria for studying paper chemistry are strict, and even lateral entrants hardly stand a chance. But yes, after my internship in the chemistry lab, I was hoping for a job at the local branch of Osprey Paper. But as I said, the admission criteria for applicants for an internship or apprenticeship in the paper industry are almost impossible to meet.
How so?
Well, how should I best put this? One should have no history in terms of paper. In particular, none in relation to burning paper.
Whoa.
Yes, Section 2, Number 1 to 266 prohibits setting fire to an employer's paper stock. It doesn't matter whether it was simply an accident or youthful curiosity. Unfortunately, an unfortunate incident during my chemistry lab internship ruined all chances of a career in the paper industry. But at least since then, I'm also convinced that smoking is bad for your health, and I don't touch those things anymore.
A healthy lifestyle is always a good choice.
That's right. Unfortunately, my certificate of good conduct with the file note FIRE prevents any chance of a career in upper paper management.
Certificate of good conduct? I know a few police officers, maybe I can do something about it.
Do you really think so?
Probably not.
Yes, that's what I thought.
And what about here at the post office? Aren't there any regulations here that forbid, for example, the warehouse with all the parcels to go up in flames?
Surprisingly, they don't exist. That sounds like a good idea. I will definitely suggest that after my promotion to the management level.
I think mailman is not the worst idea as a career choice. Nevertheless, there are many regulations that have to be observed and punished in the case of disregard.
I guess that's true, and all in all, I'm happy here too. Fortunately, my colleagues make many mistakes here, and are usually very grateful when I point them out. This interpersonal component is what makes me enthusiastic about my work. Only my colleague Michael... I could do without Michael. And once I'm promoted to the management...
Right, you should have ambitions in your profession. Or at least a chosen mortal enemy.
No one likes Michael. Probably not even Michael himself.
I would like to pick
Why, I would need the pickup...
package number 8, a package of hats made of real cat hair. They're extremely fashionable at the moment.
Good. I'll see if the package is in the warehouse.
Maar dit is
Please
dus
be
de truc, hè.
patient.
We kunnen hem wegkrijgen. En dan moeten we dus, terwijl hij weg is, iets doen met die computer. Denk ik. Maar wat?
I like to tinker with computers, but I have no idea about the technology of the 90s. Presumably the Phillips screw hadn't been invented at that time and the screwdriver therefore does not fit.
Maar hij is alweer terug.
Sorry, I could not find...
Wat zouden we met die computer kunnen gebruiken? Make-up?
No, I don't want to... I have more of a talent...
Hoe gaan we hem daarmee helpen? Ik heb ook duct tape.
That doesn't... This... With...
Wil ik jou interesseren in een kat?
No, Johnny probably will... Who feeds the cat,
No,
Reminds me a little... I hate... My tower's always... A tower of... Reminds me...
drat!
Ik kan hier binnen dus niks meer doen. Maar als ik hier naartoe ga... Daar is ook niks nieuws.
Damn. What was that?
No, I like the... No, I've never... In another dimension... Good idea. Even though I definitely...
Wat moet ik doen?
Mr. Snuggles would certainly... But maybe I can find an act... Mr. Snuggles... I better place the wheels... No. Wouldn't it be great if that had worked now? No.
Drat!
Dus even kijken bij de to-do list. An expert on Native Americans. Employees of the post office. Could Johnny's colleague have written a password on a package? Ja, ja. Dan zullen we toch
But of course. And you are...
een package moeten vinden.
I would like
Why? I would need the
a package with all.
Good.
I'm tempted, but I'm surprised there isn't. The flat screen monitor is.
Sorry, the package has...
En om daar binnen te kunnen komen,
Damn.
moeten we dus een employee zijn van de post office. Nou, laten we even aan Ricky dan gaan vragen waar die vrachtwagen naartoe ging.
Yes. Do you still need help with your hairstyle?
Ja.
Have you sent a package of flea combs recently?
Flea combs? How do you know that? Yes, as a matter of fact, I have.
And did you happen to have a plush cat shipped in the package as well?
Plush cat? Nonsense. That was just flea combs. To be exact, they were giveaways like I receive tons of every day. I immediately give this stuff away. I mean, what should I, of all people, do with flea combs? The guests of my salon do not have fleas. My guests have beautiful hair. Expertly groomed and
Maar
fashionably
waar ging dat
styled.
pakket naartoe, is de vraag.
Flea combs? I beg your pardon. That's an insult.
You mean you kept giving the combs away? Do you remember to whom the package was addressed?
No, I do not deal with that. I leave it to Johnny at the post office to redistribute the giveaways I have no use for to those in need.
Those in need?
Yes, things like animal shelters, veterinarians,
Animal
or
shelters.
zoos. I'll leave the choice to Johnny. Because honestly, do I want to meet someone who has a need for flea combs? Certainly not.
Thank you. You've helped me in any case. I better inquire at the post office where the package went.
Ja, Johnny
Why
weet dus
do you
meer
even
blijkbaar.
care?
The plush cat in the package? I suspect that's the missing Mr. Fumbleclaw.
I beg your pardon. Really? I can hardly imagine that. I mean, yes, the loading and unloading of the packages usually takes less than 10 seconds and is done in no time. And yes, I remember that the package was unusually heavy. And yes, I had wondered why the combs were equipped with a cat meow sound effect. And yes, the package was full of white hair. Damn! I think there was a cat hidden in the box.
Ha,
Told ya!
You have to save it.
ja, dat gaan we
You
doen.
have to save me! Damn! This will be a publicity scandal without peer when it comes out. What are you waiting for? Is there anything else I can help you with?
Nee, dit is wel goed zo.
That's all for now.
Just come back.
Dan kunnen we nu bij het postkantoor misschien meer gerichte vragen stellen.
May I?
But of course. And you are
I would like to pick up a package.
Why, of course. I would need the pickup...
Package number. A package with a surprise content.
Good.
Nee, dit is toch niet wat we zoeken blijkbaar. Flea combs. Ja, dan misschien gewoon bij de animal shelter. Het is donker. Kun je mij iets
Back
vertellen?
again? Is
Heb jij
there
een pakket
anything else I
ontvangen?
can do for you?
Nee,
That was.
See you.
deze vrouw heeft niet een pakket ontvangen met vlooienkammen. Kan ook alleen de cat room in en de store room in. Cat food, dog toys. Nee.
Good kitten.
Goeie animatie.
I don't want to disturb her. Oh no, I'm not tired of living.
Hier kunnen we dan verder toch niks. Kan ik wel wat in mijn eigen huis? Lijkt er ook niet op, hè? Nee. Kunnen we iets bij het politiebureau? Man ligt hier nog steeds te slapen.
May I
Yes, what?
About the traffic?
Yes.
Could I have a look at the...
Sure.
Ik wil die code zien.
A box with... I'm afraid it's Paul or Ricky. It's not... There's some script... Could this be the... No wonder Johnny couldn't find the note. Apparently Johnny's colleague Michael has a bitterly wicked sense of humour.
Dat is de
Or
het
he's just a
wachtwoord.
jerk. Anyway,
Big
let's
boobs.
see.
Lekker hoor.
Hard to decipher. Does it
Het
really
is
say
het wachtwoord.
big
Nice.
boobs? Oh my. How vulgar. I bet this has something to do with Johnny's favourite TV show The Office. How else would Michael have assumed that Johnny would figure it out on his own? In any case, it's easy to remember.
Nou, inderdaad.
I think I should tell Johnny in a timely manner. Maybe he'll let me have a look at the route of the mail van. But I'd better not tell him why I suddenly know his password. Maybe I'll try reverse psychology for once. I've always been interested in whether it really works.
Met die aanwijzing zouden we dan toch
Damn.
iets kunnen regelen met hem.
May I interrupt for a moment?
And you...
I have an idea about the password you're looking for.
Really? And what exactly would this idea be?
Well, you mentioned that your colleague Michael chose the password you're looking for to tease you with your favourite TV show The Office, right?
You mean the teachings of Dwight Kurt Schrute? Yes, he mentioned something like that. But neither The Office nor Dwight Kurt Schrute is accepted as a password.
Maybe the hint wasn't meant literally.
You mean some password that only a real fan would remember?
Exactly! It's like a check if you are worthy of the new password. Like the third instalment of Indiana Jones. Only without the face melting at the wrong answer.
The idea doesn't sound so bad. Let me think for a moment and go through all the 188 episodes in my mind.
Goeie gedachte.
Yes, that must be it. It can only be this one. Just a moment.
Zou het werken?
Good. Then let's see if the password is the right one against all expectations.
Lekker hoor.
Is that really possible? I don't believe it. The password is correct. Thank you very much. Why didn't I think of that myself?
Lekker
The
hoor.
solution was so close at hand. It could only be the password of the Dunder Mifflin Company server.
I'm glad I could help.
Indeed, you could. Even though this action, especially the assignment of the obscene password, is a clear violation of Postal Law Section 223, Paragraph 3. This time there will be nasty consequences for Michael. I'm so sick of his constant pranks at my expense, and his references to my favourite TV show. And as soon as my promotion goes through, he can get a job in garbage collection.
Ja, wil je mij nu
May
helpen?
I interrupt for a moment?
But of course. And you...
I would have a question about the route of your mail vans.
Sorry, the information is subject to postal secrecy and is confidential.
I am a very trusting person.
I know, and I thank you for the help with the password, but as I said, the routes of our vehicles are top secret.
It's really, really important. A cat is trapped in a package and therefore it's literally a matter of life and death.
I'm sorry to hear that. I do not like to think if something like that would happen to my dwarf car Bridget. But even though this is probably little consolation, our driver's route takes a maximum of 8 hours. The cat's paper prison was certainly delivered as quickly as possible. and allow me to object that it is against Postal Law Section 244, Paragraph 4, lines 5 to 10 to send live animals by mail.
I don't think it was intentional. More like an unfortunate coincidence. And if it helps in any way, it was one of the packages for which you chose the recipient yourself.
Me? Why should I?
Do you know Ricky from Ricky's Pet Salon? He said they would randomly do the distribution of his giveaways themselves.
Oh, Ricky, yes, of course. Ever since his goldfish Klaus had a brief fling with my Bridget.
Brigitte is your dwarf carp.
That's right, and ever since they had their brief but intense romance, Ricky and I have also been good friends. And since then, I have taken over the distribution of his giveaways to needy institutions. There is no children's home that does not have a need for brand new flea combs.
I think that's great, and since we're now both friends of Ricky, can you really not help me?
I'm afraid not.
Oh,
Then I'm afraid you leave me no choice. Sergeant Paul from the local police department sent me. And he would be willing to put his knowledge about you to work for the good of the cat. So you better think it over again.
What, Sergeant Paul? The crazy self-proclaimed Captain Paulie?
So you already know each other? Good. Then you know who you're upsetting. Can I have your driver's route now, please?
Certainly not. And if this lunatic continues to pursue me with his cameras and harasses me, he will soon be facing charges. This nutcase is the reason why I was fired as a driver and put here in the warehouse. But in retrospect, that wasn't so bad. Here, I had a lot of time to study the postal code and watch The Office. And both have changed my life permanently. And by the way, I would like to note that the attempt to bribe a post office clerk is a punishable offence, under Penal Code Section 253, Paragraph 2 to 4.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean it that way.
Good, I hope so.
Can you at least tell me what happened? What did Captain Paulie catch you doing?
Sorry, I will take this knowledge with me to the grave. Just like the knowledge of the route of our vehicles.
jongen.
That'll be all for now. Thank you.
Of course. And please sign my petition for a Dwight Kurt...
Waarom wil hij me anders niet helpen? Dan moeten we weer naar het politiebureau. Captain Paulie moet ons even wat meer vertellen.
I can't get anywhere. May I
Yes,
Captain Paul?
yes.
Well, I think I'd be interested in how and why and why
You see them, two,
the...
and you hear them,
Quite.
and what does all
Good question.
nonsense? The bridge of a spaceship of...
No.
And who come on?
Captain...
Right,
Could it be that Captain Paulie...
that's right. 13 years, and
But...
Absolutely.
So, like,
What is a Batman?
on...
Right,
I see. But back to the question of why the...
I guess that's the thing. However,
Paulie or...
good.
I really don't think...
You probably Captain Paulie keeps,
That's comforting to know. I guess. Or a staff...
and Captain Paulie, even though can Captain Paulie?
Thank you.
All right.
Lots of surveillance monitors. It's a bit like Netflix.
Daar worden we dus ook niet wijzer van.
A small... No.
We zullen daar iets voor moeten verzinnen. Hoe kunnen we Johnny Shroot overtuigen?
May I?
But of course, and you have...
I would like...
Why? I wouldn't...
Package... A pack...
Good.
This is a decrypt... The man... Alright. Let's see if I can
Zoek het
find
zelf
the
wel op.
route of the mail van. With a little luck, I can also see where the package with flea combs was delivered. What was that computer password again?
Dan zoeken we het zelf wel op.
Great! I was able to find the route of the mail van, and fortunately, there aren't many stops. A less nice thing is that I couldn't find a way to find out exactly where Ricky's package was delivered in this ancient management software. But that would probably have been too easy. So I have no choice but to go to all the stations en route and ask if the received package made cat sounds. Oh dear. Poor Mr. Fumbleclaw. I hope he's alright.
Dat hoop ik ook.
When this is all over, the poor cat will surely need therapy with a
We komen er uiteindelijk
psychologist.
achter dat die kat gewoon in ons eigen asiel zit natuurlijk. Hou eens. Jongen. University, veterinarian, estate, movie set in forest, Alfredo's pizzeria. Nou, locaties genoeg.
So, you see it yourself. There's much to do. And even if I would like to chat with you for a bit, I definitely have more important things to do. It probably doesn't matter at which mail van station I start asking for Mr. Fumbleclaw. My ticket for the bus is already paid for this month. Maybe I'll start at Alfredo's Pizzeria. A slice of pizza is always a good idea.
En zo komen wij aan in chapter 2. Chapter 2. Nou, dan gaan we mooi in de volgende video eens even kijken bij de verschillende locaties. Genoeg te doen. Ik zou zeggen, graag tot de volgende. Joejoe!